Hello, my name is Cindy Lane and I am a Discovery Education Professional Development Specialist, and I am going to be walking you through some of the basics of using Google Earth with your class. I recently came to Maryland and I did an all-day workshop, and I'm just making some basic recordings for those of you who weren't able to attend face-to-face, so you can take some of this video and you may pause it at any time to stop and use it on your own. And there's several pieces. This is the first one, and then these are all self-paced. You can do them at your leisure to have a basic understanding of the depth of Google Earth. So I'm going to start today to show you just the basics of the main window frame that you're looking at right now. When you first log in, basically when you log into Google Earth, you're going to have obviously the free version, and this is what you're looking at. You just need the free version, really. I would never pay for it. You might, want to get it down the road, but I see no reason to pay any money for this robust software. You need to go to earth.google.com and go ahead and download Google Earth. I think 6.0 is the latest and greatest, and it is a great tool to use in your classroom. So when you first go into Google, you're going to see some menu bars at the top, and you're also going to see some icons that are listed also. All of these icons can be found inside the menu bars. And then as you walk down, you'll see three areas: the search area, places area, and layers area. This brief tutorial is all about the basic search functionality and some of the tools in the menu bar. When you first get Google Earth, you're definitely going to want to fly to your house. You want to see your home, you want to see your family's home, and that's generally what everybody does to begin with. And it's pretty darn easy. I'm just going to put in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm going to fly down into St. Louis and probably see the arch. Well, let's get down by the arch. There we go. So now we are in downtown St. Louis. If I was going on a field trip and we were down in St. Louis, I might want to find out maybe some of the restaurants that are in the area. So if you'll see the second tab marked Find Businesses, I can click on that, and I'm just going to put in the word restaurants in St. Louis, and let's see what pops up. Oh yeah, St. Louis has got a lot of really good restaurants, and let's just focus on the downtown area. So there's the list of the restaurants. Now if I wanted to get the location and actually walk over there, I could do that under directions. But instead of getting directions like going from one restaurant to another, let's try and see how this would look in the classroom. Let's get directions going on the Pony Express. Let's try that. So if I put in Kansas City, Missouri, and Santa Fe, and come down here and put Santa Fe, New Mexico, let's get directions from that area. So here we are, basically following the Pony Express route. Now once you have these directions listed, you'll see that they are currently listed by you could write all this out and you could follow along and you would get there eventually. But if you look at these three little triangles, you can click on that and the tour would start. So down here it would start in the downtown Kansas City, and you would basically fly, I call it a helicopter, fly around about the route to all the way down to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now it's going pretty darn fast. That's because I've set it to go that fast. Let me demonstrate. First of all, let me stop this tour. And you stop it right here, and we're going to make it go away. Now, if I want to set how fast I want the tour to go, you're going to have to go up to the menu bar to Tools. And under Tools, you're going to see Options. Once you click on Options, there's a couple of tabs here that you have to think about changing. Some of them you want to leave alone, but there's a couple you might want to change depending on the grade level that you're working with. The first tab, 3D view, I generally leave alone. You might want to change the labels or the icon size to large if you're working with the elementary crowd. The cache needs to be cleared or emptied if you're going to be taking your netbook or your laptop with you out into the field. If you're going to be doing some water samples out in the field and you want to take your your Google Earth with you to share with the students, keep in mind you need the internet in order for Google Earth to be active. However, you can clear the cache and it will have somewhat of a memory, so if you wanted to have a brief overview of the land that you're going to be walking around in that day, you could set a very small tour, take your netbook out to the field and actually show your students where they are in Google Earth. So that's the only reason you would come to this page and clear the cache prior to running that tour, so it stays in the memory. Touring, this is what I like to play with. When you're creating a tour, you might want to change the timing of how many seconds in between each feature. Like if you're going from Kansas City to Santa Fe and you've got all those little place marks along the way that you want to stop and look at, how long do you want to stop? So you want to make sure that that is configured right. Also the camera tilt. Do you want it at a 45-degree angle? Do you want it 90 degrees? Totally your call. Play around with it, see how you like it. I like it to be somewhat slow when you're creating the tour, so you get to see more of the landscape. Under navigation, I always like it to be slow because again I want the students to see the land. And under general, all I make sure is it says use my Gmail account. The other areas I keep just like they're already done. So then I click apply, click OK, and now I'm good to go. So all we did right now is we went into search, we went to fly to, and we flew to St. Louis. You can fly anywhere you want. Paris, France, Anchorage, Alaska, wherever you'd like to go. And then go ahead and once you go to this new area, find places, find restaurants, find pizza places, find gas stations, whatever you'd like to look for. And then practice looking for decorations. Okay, how about directions? So practice finding directions from one spot to another and then play the route. So go ahead and pause this video and try those tools out. Good luck, and come back when you're done. Okay, did you have success? I hope so. Now we're going to be moving on. I want to share with you a little bit about the Tools and View section inside on the menu bar. When you go to View, you're going to have the grid be an option. Let me pull the Earth out a little bit and show you what I mean by the grid. So if you have the Earth showing, and all I'm doing is taking my mouse and rolling it out a little bit, if you have the grid turned on, all that means it's latitude and longitude. So when you have the grid coming in, it's just latitude and longitude. Now, the world looks a little discombobulated right now, but if I click the letter N, then it comes into actual north and south. So the letter N makes it line up correctly. And I went to View and turned on the grid, which is the latitude and longitude. I'm going to turn it off just for the sake of showing you around. Now, if you put in under View, if you have the, where the heck is it? Overview map, that's going to be listed in the bottom left hand corner. So if you're looking someplace, say over here in near the Philippines, and you're looking at an area, the students will understand exactly where they are in conjunction to the rest of the world if they have this overview map up, so they can see exactly what area you're looking at. If you go back to View and you put the scale legend, then they can actually do a little bit of estimating when you're finding out how far areas are. So you can turn off the legend, you can turn off the overview map, and let's pull out a little bit from the Earth so I can demonstrate the next area. Come on. I think the slide bar might be a little faster. Okay, there we go. Also in the View you have Atmosphere, which is just this blue marble-like effect. I'm not a big fan, but I just did want to tell you where that is. But I am a big fan of under View of the Sun. Check this out. Well, let's pull it back a little bit. Today is, let's go back that. Okay, now we'll play it. Okay, so I got it going a little bit too fast. But you know what? Some days really do go by that fast. So you can show the sun, which is really cool. And of course you can make it play a lot slower by clicking, let's go really slow. And now we'll play it. Much easier, much slower, but you can definitely show the Earth's rotation a lot nicer. Alright, so let's turn off the sun. And now I want to show you historical imagery. I think the best way to show you that is to go to a place near my home. It's called Crestwood, Missouri. So if we go down into Crestwood, Missouri, there's a street called Watson Road that actually has a shopping center on it. Alright, so now you can see it a little nicer. Alright, so here's the shopping center, and it's currently, that's exactly how it looks right now. But if I put on the historical imagery, which is right here, which is right here with the clock, or you can go under View and click on historical imagery here.